Hi, I'm Beth Rodgers, author of YA novel Freshman 14. It's a story about the beginning of freshman year of high school when new friendships are formed, crushes are formed, and there's even all those annoying nuisances that ruin every moment that could have possibly been perfect but never really had the chance of being perfect because of those annoying nuisances. Well, today I'm here to talk about another young adult novel called To Be Perfectly Honest by Sonya Sones. This is a really great novel, and I'm here to share with you a little bit about it to get you excited about some other young adult novels that are out there. So, Sonya Sones, first of all, is one of my favorite authors. She's one of the biggest writing inspirations for me, and I think part of the reason why is because she so perfectly captures what it's like to be a teenager. And all of her novels that I've read are novels in verse, meaning they're all very short, to-the-point lines that make all of the story come together very quickly and efficiently. And I really love that style. So, like I said, she writes in verse poetry, and I feel that there's a lot of metaphorical poetry in there as well, which I really enjoy because Colette, who is the main character in this novel, to be perfectly honest, there's a lot of poetic irony in her life. She feels that she's in her mother's shadow. Her mother is a famous movie star, and her mother is taking Colette and Colette's brother Will on a trip to California for the summer rather than going overseas to Paris. And Colette thinks that it's going to be so boring. But her mother takes her there, and even though she feels that she's living in her mother's shadow, she doesn't want to tell anybody that her mother's a movie star because she fears that they'll leave her and want to only talk to her mother. She lies to create a more exciting life for herself, even though she's trying to get away from the exciting life that her mother leads. So there's a lot of irony there that I feel is really interesting to navigate through as you read the novel. And so when she lies, she doesn't seem to realize that other people might lie back at her. And so she comes across this boy, Connor, who is an older, kind of sexy guy who she really likes, and she feels passionate about getting to know him better, and he seems to like her too. But Will, her little brother, always wants to tag along, and there's a lot of excitement that stems from it, but Connor has some secrets of his own, and even though secrets and lies are different, sometimes they kind of can be the same. So that plays a lot into Colette's life. Lies kind of filter through a lot of the different pieces and parts of her life. So if you've ever told a lie that came back to bite you, and who hasn't really had that happen to them at some point, you'll identify with Colette no matter how old you are. I read this book in my 30s, but a teenager could identify just the same way that I could because I've lived through that, just like a teenager's living through it right now. So with all the excitement and trouble that comes along with teenage life, Colette also learns about growing up, and growing up is a part of being a teenager. So there's a lot of trials and tribulations through this book, but it's really a really great and worthwhile read, and Sones makes sure that you really will leave the book satisfied and feeling like you enjoyed what you read. So I highly recommend this book, and I look forward to sharing more of my book reviews with you. Have a great day.